Hello, this is Dan Alford with ARC Specialties. Today's topic is welded sand screens. This is an older technology that was developed to filter sand from oil wells. The way these screens are made is you have long rib wires and then a wrap wire that's welded to each one. It's a cross wire weld, much like the same way you make grills and such. But the difference is we're trying to make extremely precise welds at very high rates of speeds. I started working on these machines back in the 90s, back when ARC Specialties was just me working out of a garage. My wife told me if I didn't make money, I had to go get a real job. It was a real motivator. So I'd go fix other people's sand screen machines, and in the process, I saw all the shortcomings of these machines. So if you fast forward to the year 2000 and I had an opportunity to design and build our own machines, I jumped on it. I tried to come up with ways to address many of the deficiencies in the process. First thing we did was we scrapped the old style mechanical gearing because as the tailstock moves relative to the headstock, this controls the pitch of the sand screen. This is welded in a helical pattern, but with a fixed gear system, this ratio of rotations to translations is fixed. I'll explain why that's important later. Second, we went to a mid-frequency system because we're trying to get our productivity up. I believe back in the day, these were typically welded around 30 welds per second. We're up to over 100 welds per second now. And the next thing we found was there was no good welding electrode head that could maintain the tolerances that we're trying to achieve. Right now, we're trying to achieve plus or minus 1/1000th of an inch on the gap. So that means we're having to hold the spacing between each of these wrap wires plus or minus 1/1000th of an inch. This is extremely challenging. And what we found is with all the commercially available welding heads, we simply couldn't hit this tolerance. So we've designed and built our own. Next problem was electrode follow. In resistance welding, one of the most difficult things is to have the electrode move so quickly that you never lose contact with the part. If you've ever seen spot welding where there's sparks flying out, that means they made a bad weld. Here in the oil patch, if you throw sparks, you're fired. So what we did was came up with a way to have a very low inertia head that also didn't have any stiction. Because if you use either an air cylinder or a hydraulic cylinder, apply the pressure, every time you reverse directions, you transition from static to dynamic friction. We worked a way around that. It's working extremely well. And so when you see the welds being made, there will be no sparking at all. And all this, when you combine it together, it resulted in a patent. And I think about half of our customers respect the patent. The other half just know that we're able to weld at over 100 welds per second and hold plus or minus 1/1000th tolerance on the gap, even when the width of the wire floats more than that. This sounds impossible, but we figured out a way to do this. What we're doing is we're measuring the wire as it feeds into the machine, and then if it trends wider over a period of time, what we do is we adjust the helix or the pitch of this screen because that's not one of the specifications. Nobody cares what the pitch is. It's all about the gap. So if the wire trends wider, we increase the pitch. If the wire trends thinner, we decrease the pitch. And by doing this, with our electronic gearing between the headstock and the tailstock rather than the mechanical gearing, we can compensate for these variations in wire width. This has been a good product line for us. We have these machines running all over the world. This is a great example of how ARC Specialties tackles a problem, changes an industry, and ends up with something that welds faster and with tighter tolerances. ARC Specialties thrives on problems. Send us yours.